Oh, hi everyone, it's time for a new product, and strangely enough it's another cutting product. Today I want to talk to you about scissors, the humble pair of scissors. Many of you have already bought these guys, these micro scissors. Very useful for some applications, cutting decals and all the rest of it. Super accurate. Very high levels of precision, which of course I'm always looking for with the tools that I sell across time on models. Now, for some applications, these are in effect too small, and they don't suit some application, general cutting, I suppose you'd call it. So as I do, I thought, well, okay, you could go and get a cheap pair of scissors, like these guys, get them from a pound shop or something, and they sort of do a job, and they're okay, and very cheap, and they do cut, etc. But as you know, across all these videos, and in fact across the store, I'm always looking for something that raises the bar, that gives me more precision. That word again. They're ergonomic to use, and give me the control I want when I'm cutting materials. That could be decals. It could be anything that I'm trying to cut with scissors. But sometimes a craft knife, on a straight edge, is fine. But sometimes you do need to cut curves, etc. And a pair of scissors just the job. But as I always do, I had a look around, and I've been testing a few different types or different manufacturers of, I guess, what I would call precision scissors. Scissors that have they're made of better materials. The actual scissor action itself is smoother, etc. And the ones I want to show you today, let me just put those down for a second, are from U-Star, which you do see across my store, and it's these guys. So let me just get it at the bag, and I'll show you what these exactly are. So they're a fairly small pair of scissors. If I put that into my hands are quite small, but you can get an idea of the scale of these things. Let me take the cap off, because they do give you a protective cap to keep the ends from getting damaged. As I say, these are from U-Star, and in the hand they feel very nice. I really the plasticky material that they use for the handles is just right. There's a surface to that to stop them from slipping, which often you get with these sort of rubberized handles. And I quite like the action. I've been sort of cutting various materials from really thin plastic card, say up to tiny decals, just to see if they could perform just as well as my micro scissors. And the application is really nice. I liked how you can actually use these in a lot of different kinds of scenarios, but it's the action, of course, and they are extremely sharp, which of course is exactly what you want. I think they're made out of steel. I say the actual cutting edge itself is very nice indeed. And I felt that these sort of ticked all the boxes for me. They were large enough, not as large as these guys, because sometimes they can be a little bit unwieldy. They kind of pitched them just right, I felt, just the right size, not too small, not too large. The old Goldilocks story, just right, I felt. And when I've been using these for the last couple of weeks, they've performed extremely well. Very happy with these. I say the humble pair of scissors. You think, well, could you innovate? Could you change how they actually work? And yes, you can. I think that's absolutely true. I'm sure you guys have got a go-to pair of scissors that you like, because you just like the action, or you like how they feel in your hand. I felt with these, I could make very accurate cuts, which of course is what I'm about on this store. Tools that really raise your level of accuracy, precision. I also feel very good in the hand as well. I think they have to be comfortable to use. This little tab on the end just to rest your little finger on. These kinds of ideas that people have thought about, and U-Star absolutely have. as I said, I tested these against a few others from various manufacturers, and I just felt these guys were the best for performance, ergonomics, yeah, precision, yeah, and also pretty good for price as well, which of course is important. You can pay a lot of money for something very similar from other manufacturers, and I just didn't feel that their price point was really right. So I'd like to suggest that these pair of scissors could be very good for your tool set. I think they could be really your go-tos if you're looking to cut very accurately. You still need a hefty pair of scissors, sort of kitchen scissors for some things. But when we're getting down to sort of accuracy that we want, the kind of scales that that we need to cut materials for, these guys could be very useful. As I say, it comes with a protective cap, which I really quite liked, to keep the actual scissors themselves in good working order, because I do have a habit of dropping my tools at the most inopportune moment. And you also get a very nice little case, which they supply with the tools, which you want to keep in your drawer. Although you may have seen a previous video, I now have an interesting rotating storage system stuck to my wall just out of camera, and because I'm hooking my scissors on there so I can just reach for them. But because you've got a protective end on it, if you want to drop these into one of your storage systems, they'll be absolutely fine, because the rubber stops from being damaged. So that's the precision scissors from U-Star. Very nice, I thought, for general cutting, but also for very accurate cutting. If you're looking for something that kind of gets you away from the pound shop scissor, these guys might be worth checking out. As I say, as always, if you have any questions, any queries, do come back to me.